Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The English Literary Association of the American College feels immense pleasure in inviting you all to the Fourthwall production of Shakespeare's Hamlet. Shakespeare's Hamlet is his magnum opus, and we are particularly encouraged by the presence of our beloved principal, vice principal, the bursar, the GC member, the retired professors, professor directors from the Skillet, and faculty members, staff and students from various colleges, the old students, and the Fourthwall members. It has a long legacy. If I have forgotten to mention, failed to mention any name or any identity, please forgive me. We are overwhelmed by the response today. For the past 12 days, past 6 days, we had 12 shows. And one day, we even had 3 shows consecutively. To such an extent, Madurai embraced Hamlet. Hamlet is the most enigmatic play of Shakespeare. So, we focus mostly on the human relationships as evaluated by Shakespeare in this play. What we find as the context and the contemporaneous of this play is that nowadays human relationships are taken for granted. Like watering a plant, to maintain a garden, we have to consciously, deliberately nurture and to sustain human relationships. For sustaining human relationships, human communication is very important. And Shakespeare's Hamlet begins with the futility of human attempt to communicate with one another and ends with a communication which can be called intrapersonal communication. We have been using twin casting throughout the week, and today we have experimented one brilliant idea which I hope you will appreciate. Both casting will appear in apt scenes to interpret Hamlet's trajectory in various ways without disturbing the plot line. Rest the performance will say. Thank you so much. Enjoy the play.
Long live the king.
Bernardo,
Hey,
you come most carefully upon this, huh?
this now stuck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco.
For this read, much thanks. I'm sick at heart.
Have you had a quiet guard?
Not a mouse stirring.
Well, good night. If you do meet Horatio and Marcellus, the rivals of my watch, bid them make haste.
I think I hear them. Stand low, who's there?
Friends to this ground,
Liegeman to the Dane. Give you good night.
O farewell, honest soldier, who hath relieved you?
Bernardo has my place. Give me good night.
Hola, Bernardo.
Say, what? Is Horatio there?
A piece of him?
Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, good Marcellus.
What, has this thing appeared again tonight?
I have seen nothing.
Horatio says it is but a fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of you. touching his dreaded side twice seen of us. Therefore I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this night, that if again this apparition come, he may uproar eyes and speak to it.
It will not appear.
Sit down a while, and once again assure your ears that are so fortified against our story, what we have tonight seen.
Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of this.
Last night of fall, when yawned that same star that westward from the pole had made his course to illume that part of heaven, where now it burns, mastless and myself, the bell then beating one.
Peace! Right here! Look where it comes again!
The same figure like the king, that's it.
Thou wast called a speak to Horatio!
Looks it not like the king? Mark it, Horatio.
Most like it hears me with fear and wonder.
Question it, Horatio!
It would be so too.
What art thou that is of this time of night, together with that fair and warlike form, in which the majesty of buried Denmark is sometimes march? By heaven I charge thee, speak!
It is abundant!
See, it stalks away.
Stay, speak, speak! I charge thee, speak!
It's gone and will not answer.
How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Is it not something more than fantasy? What think you on it?
Before my God, I might not disbelieve without a sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes,
Is it not like the king?
as thou art to thyself. But soft! Behold! Lo! When it comes again! I'll cross it, though it blast me! Stay! Illusion! If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me! If there be any good thing to be done, that may do thee to ease and grace to me, speak to me! Or if thou hast upward in thy life, extort a treasure in the womb of earth, for which they say, you spirits of walking death, speak of it, stay and speak! Stop it, merciless!
Then take it in my petition!
Do, if it not stand!
It's here!
It's here!
It's gone!
We do it wrong, being so majestical, to offer it a show of violence, for it is as the air invulnerable, and your wind blows malicious mockery.
It was about to speak when the cock crew.
I have heard the cock. There is a trumpet to the morn, awake the god of day.
It faded on the crowing of cock. Some say that ever against the season come, wherein our Saviour's birth is celebrated. The board of dawning singeth all night long, and then they say no spirit dares tread abroad. So hallowed and so gracious is this time.
So have I heard, and do in part believe it. But look, the morn in russet mantle clad walks over the dew of yon high eastward hill. Break we a watcher, and by my advice, let us import what we have seen tonight and King Hamlet. For upon my life, this spirit, dumb to us, will speak to him.
Let's do it. I pray, and I this morning may know where we shall find him most conveniently.
Though it of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it is befitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet so far hath disposition fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him, together with the remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial giantess, to this warlike state, with mirth in funeral and with dirge in marriage, in equal scale, weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. And now let us, you told us of some suit. You cannot speak of reason to the Dane and lose your voice. What wouldst thou have, Laertes? That shall not be my offer. What wouldst thou have, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave and favor to return to France.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wrung from me my slow leave.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes, time be thine, and thy best graces spend it at thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet and my son.
Little more than kin, less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I'm too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted colour off. Thou knowest it's common. All that lives must die.
Why, madam? It is common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam? Nay, it is. I know not, seems. It is not alone my inky cloak, good mother, nor customary suits of solemn black, nor windy aspiration of forced breath. No, not the fruitful river and the eye, for they are the accent that a man might play, but I have them within with passage show.
It is sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. But you must know, your father lost a father, and that father lost his. But to pursue in obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. It is unmanly grief. It shows away almost incorrect to heaven. Fine, it is a fault to heaven, a fault against the dead, a fault to nature. Who reason most observe, whose common theme is death of fathers. We pray you, throw to earth this unprevailing woe, and think of us as of a father. For the well take note, for the most immediate to our throne. For your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee, don't go to Wittenberg. Stay with us.
I shall in all my best obey you, madam.
Why? It is a loving and a fair reply. Be as ourselves in Denmark. Come, madam, this gentle and unforced record of Hamlet sits smiling to my heart, in grace whereof no jocund health that Denmark brings today come away.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, thaw and resolve itself into dew, or that the everlasting had not fixed his canon, gained self-slaughter. Oh God, how very stale, flat and unprofitable seem to me all the uses of this world. Fie on it, fie. It's an unweeded garden that grows to seeds. Things rank and gross in nature possess it merely that it should come to this. But 2 months did, nay, not so much, not two, so excellent a king that was to his, Hyperion to your satire, loving to my mother, but he might not bedeem the wind from the heaven. Visit her face too roughly. Frailty, thy name is woman, a little month, earth those woos were wool, with which she followed my poor father's body like Niobe. All tears. Why she? Even she. Oh God, a beast that once discourse of reason would have mourned longer, married with my uncle, my father's brother, but no more like my father than I to Hercules. Earth, the salt of most unrighteous tears, had left flushing in her galled eyes. She married. Oh, most wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous seeds. It is not nor. It cannot come to good, but breaks my heart, for I must hold my tongue. Hey, your lordship. I'm very glad to see you, Horatio, or I do forget myself.
The same, my lord, and your poor servant ever.
Sir, my good friend, I will change that name with you. But what make you from Wittenberg, Horatio? Marcellus?
My good lord,
I am very glad to see you, good even, sir. But what in faith make you from Wittenberg?
A torn disposition, good my lord.
I would not hear your enemies say so, nor shall you do mine ear that violence.
to make a trustor of your own report against yourself. I know you are no truant, but what is your affair in Elsinore? We will teach you to drink deep ere you depart.
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
I pray thee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, my lord, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral bakery which did colophonies for the marriage tables. Would I had met my dearest foe in heaven, or ever I had seen that day, Horatio? My father, methinks I see my father.
Where, my lord?
In my mind's eye, Horatio.
I saw him once. He was a goodly king.
He was a man. Take him for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Saw? Who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king? My father?
Season your admiration for a while with an attent ear, till I may deliver upon the witness of these gentlemen this marvel to you.
For God's love, let me hear.
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch. In the dead vast and middle of the night, being thus encountered. Your figure, like your father, on that point exactly cap a pay, appears before them, and with solemn march goes slow and stately by them. Thrice he walked by their oppressed and fear-surprised eyes within his transient length, whilst they distill almost to jelly with act of fear, stand dumb and speak not to him. This to me in dreadful secrecy import they did, and I with them the third night kept the watch, whereas they had delivered both in time form of the thing, each word made true and good. The apparition comes. I knew your father. These hands are not more like.
But where was this?
My lord, upon the platform where you watched.
Then you not speak to him?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none. It once me thought. It lifted up its head and did address itself to motion, like as would speak. But even then, the morning cock crew loud, and at the sound it slunk in haste away, and vanished from our sight.
It is very strange.
As I do live, my honored lord, 'tis true, and we did think it done in a duty to let you know of it.
Indeed, sirs. This troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight?
We do, my lord.
Armed, say you?
Armed, my lord.
From top to toe?
My lord, from head to foot.
Did you not see his face?
Oh yes, my lord, he wore his beaver up.
What? Looked he frowningly?
A countenance more in sorrow than in anger.
Pale or red?
Nay, very pale.
And fixed his eyes upon you?
Most constantly.
I would I had been there.
It would have much amazed you.
Very like. Stayed it long?
Longer.
Not when I saw it.
His beard was grizzled, no?
It was, as I have seen it in his life, a sable silvered.
If it assume my noble father's person, I will speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. If you have hitherto concealed this sight, let it be tenable in your silence still, and whatsoever shall have tonight, give it an understanding, but no tongue. I will recite your laws, so fare you well. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12, I will visit you.
Our duty to your honor.
Your laws as mine to you. Farewell. My father's spirit in arms. All is not well. I doubt some foul play. Would the night were come, sit still my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth overwhelm them to men's eye.
Farewell, my necessaries are embarked. Farewell, my dear sister, Ophelia. Sister, as the winds give benefit, the convoy's assistant. Do not sleep, let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion and a toy in blood, the violet in the youth of primary nature. Forward, not permanent, sweet but not lasting, the perfume and the sublance of the minute, no more.
No more, but so?
Think it no more. Perhaps he loves you now, but you must fear. His greatness weight, his will is not his own. He may not, as unvalued persons do. Fear it, Ophelia, fear it, my dear sister, and keep you in the rear of your affection. Out of shot and danger of desire, the chariot's maid is prodigal enough. If she unmasks a beauty to the moon, virtue itself escapes, not columnar strokes. Be wary then. Best safety lies in fear.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart. But, good my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven.
Fear me not. I stay too long. Here my father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second leave.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard for shame. The wind sits on the shoulder of your sail, and you're stayed for. There, my blessing with thee. And these few precepts in thy memory. Give thy thoughts no tongue. Beware of entrance to a quarrel. But being in, bear it, the opposed may be beware of thee. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Costly as thy habit, as thy purse may buy, but not expressed in fancy rich, not gaudy, neither borrower nor lender be, for loan of loses both itself and friend. Farewell, my blessing season this in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my lord.
Go, the time invites you, your servants tend.
Farewell, Ophelia. Remember well what I've said to you.
It is in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is it, Ophelia, he had said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet?
Marry, well bethought. 'Tis told me he very oft of late given private time to you, and you yourself, have your audience been free and bounteous?
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? You speak like a green girl, unsifted in perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders as you call them?
I do not know, my lord, what I should think.
Marry, I'll teach you. Think yourself a baby. Have you taken these tenders for true pay, which are not sterling? Tender yourself more dearly, or running it thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion.
Aye, fashion you may call it. Go to.
And hath given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
As princes to catch woodcocks, I do know when the blood burns how prodigal the soul lends to tongue vows. These blazes, daughter, giving more light than heat, extinct in both. For Lord Hamlet believes so much in him that with a larger tether may he walk than may be given you in few. Ophelia, do not believe his vows, for they are brokers of unholy swords. I would not, in plain terms, have you words or talk with Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you, come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.
No, it is struck.
Then it draws near Caesar, wherein the swift is want to walk.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us. Be thou the spirit of health or goblin dam. Be thy intents wicked or charitable. Thou comest in such a questionable shape. I will speak to thee. I call thee Hamlet, king, father, royal
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Where will thou lead me? Speak, I go no further.
Mount me.
I will.
My hour is almost come.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak, I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father spirit.
God!
Revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder?
Murder, most foul, as is the best it is. But this most foul, strange and unnatural. Now Hamlet here, it's given out that sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. The serpent that did sting thy father's life, now wears his crown.
My prophetic soul! My uncle! Villain! Villain! Smiling damned villain! That one may smile and be a villain!
Hey, that incestuous, that adulterate beast, one to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Hamlet, what a falling off was there! But soft, methinks I scent the morning air. Brief let me be, sleeping within my orchard. My custom always of afternoon, upon my sacred hearth thy uncle stall, with juice of cursed heaven and in the wild, and in the porches of my ears did pour. Thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of king, at one dispatched, unhoused, disappointed, and annulled. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be a couch for luxury and damn incest. Let not the royal bed of Denmark be couch for luxury and damn incest. Day not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother heart, like hell to heaven. Fare thee well at once. The glowworm shows the nothing to be near. Adieu. Adieu. Hamlet, remember me.
Ay, thou poor ghost, while memory holds a seat in this distracted globe, remember thee. Hey, from the table of my memory, I wipe away all my trivial fond records. The time is out of joint, O cursed spite, that I was ever made to set it right.
Time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, I was ever made to set it right.
How does my good lord Hamlet?
Well, God's a mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then I, would he be so honest a man?
Honest, my lord.
I said, to be honest, it's one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
For if sun breed maggots in a dead dog for a god-kissing carrion. Have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk in the sun.
Consumption is a blessing, but not as your daughter may conceal. Friend, look to it.
How say you by that? Still harping on my daughter? I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words.
What is the matter, my lord?
Between whom? You and me?
Oh, no, my lord. The matter that you read, my lord.
Slanders, sir. The satirical rope says here that old men have grey beards.
Their faces wrinkled, their eyes purging thick amber like plant, tree, gum, a plentiful lack of it.
Yet, I hold it not honestly have it thus set down. Should be old as iron, like a crab, can go backward.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. My lord, will you walk out of the air?
Into my grave?
Indeed, that's out of the air. How pregnant sometimes his replies are. A happiness that often madness sits on, which reason and sanity could not. My lord, I most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I most willingly part with all, except my life. Except my life. Except my life. These tedious old fools.
My honored lord,
My most dear lord,
How does the gilded stand? Rosengrats, good lads. How do you both?
as the indifferent children of the earth,
happy that we are not more happy.
What's the news?
none, my lord,
Then
but
is
that
the-
the world's grown honest.
Then is the doomsday near? Let me question more particular. Your news is not true. What institute is prison either?
Prison, my lord.
Denmark, a prison?
Then is the world one.
A goodly one, where there are many confines and wards. Denmark's being one of the worst.
We think not so, my lord.
Why then, it's none to you. There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. For me, it's a prison.
What should we say, my lord?
Why are you not sent for? Say for that. Anything but to the purpose.
What say you?
Nathan, I have an eye of you. If you allow me, hold not off.
My lord, we were sent for.
I'll tell you why. I'm off of late, but not lost all my myth. The earth seems to me sterile, promontory. The overcharging firmament. They are, look you brave, most excellent canopy. And yet to me, what is this? Appears foul and pestilent of vapors. What a piece of work is a man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in mood, and express and admirable, in form how like an angel, apprehension how like a god, the beauty of the world, the paragon of animals. And yet to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, women neither. By the smiling you say so?
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Then why did you laugh when I said man delights not me, nor woman neither?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what meager entertainment the place shall receive from you. We spotted them on the way and hither are coming to offer you service.
He who plays the king shall be welcome, and the queen shall set her mind freely. The blank verse shall halt. What plays are there?
The tragedians of the city.
Welcome, masters, welcome. You're welcome to Elsinore. Old friend, can you play the murder of Gonzango?
Hey, my lord.
We'll have tonight.
Hey, my lord.
Friends, you are welcome to Elsinore too.
Good, my lord.
Good. Bye.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you well. Well.
My lord, I have remembrance of yours that I've long to redeliver. I pray you, and I've received them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught. Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
If you're honest and fair, your beauty should admit no discourse to your honesty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better comers than with honesty?
Aye, truly. It was sometime a paradox. Now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should have not believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Did you an nunnery? Why would thou be a breed of sinners? I am myself indifferent honest. I could accuse me of such things if it were my mother had not borne me. I have more thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, and time to act them in. We are arrant knaves, all. What do such fellows as I do crawling between earth and heaven? All. We are arrant knaves, all. Believe none of us. Go the ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him. He may play fools of nowhere but in his own house. To the nunnery, go!
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens!
For thou wilt needs marry a fool. For wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To the nunnery, go!
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him!
Quickly to the nunnery, go! Farewell.
Oh, what a noble mind has he overthrown. The courtiers, the soldiers, the scholars, eye, tongue and sword, the expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion and mold of form, the absurd of all observers, quiet down. Oh, is me to have seen what I've seen, see what I see.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the strings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing in them, to die, to sleep no more. And by the sleep to say we end the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is add to. It's a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in the sleep of death, what dreams may come when he himself might his quietus make with a mere dagger? Who would burdens bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death? Undiscarded country, whose bound no traveller returns, puzzles the ill, makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not to colour of. Thus, conscience make coverts of us all. Soft you now, fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy prayers, be all my sins remembered. What? Huh? Ratio?
Here, sweet lord, at your service.
Ratio. As ever a man, as my conversation coped with all.
Oh, my dear lord.
No, do not think I flatter. What advancement may I hope from thee? As one man in suffering all, that suffers nothing. I prithee, Horatio, there's a play tonight before the king. one scene of it comes near the circumstance where I have told of my father's death. I prithee, observe mine uncle, of his accounted guilt do not unkneel in one speech, then its damn ghost we have seen and my imaginations are foul. Give him heedful note. For mine, my eyes will revert to his face. We will have our both judgments joined after the play.
Well, my lord, if you steal all the while this play is playing and escape deducting, I will pay the theft.
They are coming, I must be idle. The play is the thing where I'll catch the conscience of the king.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent in fate of chameleon's dish, I eat the air, promise friend, and you cannot feed the cap and so.
I have nothing with this answer, Hamlet. These words are not mine.
No, not mine now.
What do you call the play?
The mouse trap.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet. Sit by me.
No, mother, here's metal more attractive.
You're merry, my lord.
Why?
I, my lord.
Oh God, what would a man do but be merry? Look you, how cheerfully my mother looks, as like my father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, it is twice 2 months, my lord.
So long, Nathan. Let the devils wear black. Died 2 months ago and not yet forgotten.
For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently. The murder of Gonzago.
Is this a prologue or poesy of a thing?
It is brief, my lord.
As woman's love.
Give me some lights!
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 let the second deer go weave. The heart and gull play, while some must watch, while some must sleep. So runs the world away. Horatio, I'll take the ghost word for 1,000 pounds. Did Percy?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the drug of poisoning.
I did very well note him.
Come, some music. Come, the recorders.
Good, my lord. Mouser, we have heard with you.
I'm Dame.
Queen, your mother.
I'm Dame, sir, pronounce. As you say, my mother, therefore no matter. My mother, as you say.
Then that she says, your behavior had struck her into amazement and admiration.
Oh, wonderful son, what astonishment to a mother.
She desires to speak with you in her closets. Will you go to bed?
We'll obey, as she 10 times our mother. Do you have any further date with us?
My lord, you once did love me.
Oh, recorders, let me see one. Can you lay upon this pipe?
No, my lord, I cannot.
I pray you.
Believe me, I cannot.
I do beseech you.
I know. No, touch of it.
It's even as flying. Govern these vintages with your fingers and thumb. Give it a breath from your mouth. Here comes the excellent music. Look, these are the stops.
I have not this skill.
Look, what unworthy thing you make of me. There's much music, excellent voice in this little organ. Yet you cannot make it speak. You cannot play upon this pipe. Yet you would play upon me. What do you think I am? Easier to be played on than a pipe. Call me any instrument you will. Though you cannot fret me, you cannot play upon me. Leave me, friends. Leave me. This is a very witching time of night. Such as young, heaven itself is soft. Oh heart, lose thou in thy nature. Now, to my mother, I must be cruel, but not unnatural. I'll speak daggers to her, but will use none. Now, to my mother.
My queen, he'll come straight. I'll sconce him in here. Pray you, be round with him.
I'll warrant you. Fear me not. Withdraw. I hear him coming.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you are my father much offended.
Come, come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with a wicked tongue.
How now, Hamlet?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the rule not so. You're my queen, your husband's brother's wife. But not so, you're my mother.
Nay then, I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, you shall not budge. You go not till where I set you up a glass, where you can see the inmost part of you.
What will thou do? Thou will not murder me? Help! Help! Ho! Help!
What? Ho! Help! 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 How now? A rat? Dead for a second! Dead!
Oh me, what hast thou done?
Yeah, I know not. Is it the king?
What a rash and bloody deed is this?
As bloody deed as bad, good mother. As kill a king and marry his brother.
As kill a king?
My lady. It was my word. Thou wretched rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thy for a better. Take thy fortune. Thou to be too busy in some danger. Peace, sit ye down. Let me wring your heart for a while, though I be made of a penetrable stuff.
Oh, Hamlet, what hast thou done that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
See, here, upon this and this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See, what your grace was seated on in a front row of Jove himself, and I, like Mars, to threaten and command, is stationed like Mercury, heaven-kissing new lighted hill, to say this world, this was your husband. See now, what follows. Here's your husband, like mildewed ear. Have you eyes? Have you eyes? Eyes without feeling, feeling without sight. Oh shame, where is their blush?
Oh, Hamlet, speak to me no more. These words like daggers enter in my ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
A king of sheds and patches, a murderer and a villain, a cutpurse of empire and rule, who from a precious diadem stole and put in his pocket.
No more.
Save me and hold me with your wings. What wilt thou, gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do not forget, O state between her and her fighting soul. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with the lady?
Alas, how is it with you that you do bend your eye on vacancy?
On him! On him! Look, how play Grace.
To whom do you speak this?
Do you see anything there?
Nothing, yet all that is I see.
Do you see no, not anything here?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Oh, see there, my father.
This very coinage of your brain, this borderless creation, ecstasy.
Ecstasy? My pulses doth temperately keep time. Mother, confess yourself to heaven. Repent the past and avoid what is to come.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Oh, throw away the worst part of it. Leave the pure with other half. Now, good night. I do. Repent for this same Lord. Heaven has pleased it so. Punish me with this and this with me. Now, mother, good night. I must be cruel, only to be kind. Thus bad begins and worse remains behind. Come, sir, to draw to an end with you. Indeed, this counselor who was in a life a foolish, prating knave. Safely stored.
Hamlet! Lord Hamlet!
What? Who calls thee Hamlet? Oh, here they come.
What have you done, my lord, with the dead body?
Compounded it with dust, whereto it is skin.
Tell us where it is, that we make it thence and bear it to the chapel.
Do not believe it.
Believe what, my lord?
That I can keep your counsel and not mine own.
My lord, I can't understand this.
I am glad of it. A knave speech sleeps in a foolish ear.
My lord, you must say where the body is and go with us to the king.
The body is with the king, but the king is not with the body. The king is a thing.
A thing, my lord.
Of nothing. Bring me to him. Hereafter.
Now, Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper? Where?
Where not he eats, but where he is eaten. Your warm and only emperor is a diet.
Where is Polonius?
Seek your messenger in the heaven. If you not find him there, find it other place by yourself. If you not find him month, you can nose him as you go upstairs in the lobby.
Go, seek him there.
He will wait till you come.
Hamlet, this deed for the inespecial safety which we do tender, as we dearly grieve for what thou hast done, must send thee hence with fiery quickness. The bark is ready and the wind at help. Everything is bent for England.
For England.
Aye, Hamlet, if thou knewest our purposes.
I see a cherub that sees them. Now, mother, come for England. Farewell.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
My mother. Father and mother is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh. So my mother. Now, come for England.
Oh, thou wild king, give me my father.
Calmly, good Laertes.
That drop of blood that calm proclaims me bastard.
What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellion looks so giant-like? Let him come, Gertrude. Do not fear our person. That such divinity doth urge again, that reason can but peep to what it would, act little of his will. Speak, man.
Where is my father?
Dead.
But not by him.
Let him demand his fill.
Dead? How came he dead? I'll not be chuckled with. To hell with allegiance. Woes to the blackest devil. I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
Who shall stay you?
My will, not all the world.
Good Laertes, if thou desire to know the certainty of your father's death, is it written in your revenge? That soup stick you will draw both friend and foe, winner and loser?
None but his enemies.
Will you know them then?
To his good friends, thus wide I'll open my arms.
Why? Now you speak like a good child, a true gentleman. Laertes, I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensible in grief for it.
How now? What noise is that? Dry my brains, tears, 7 times salt, burn the virtue of mine eye. By heaven, thy man shall be paid by weight, till the scale turn the beam. O Rose of May, dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia,
there's a rosemary, that's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember. There's a pansy, that's for thoughts.
A document in madness, thoughts and remembrance fitted.
I would give you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end. Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night. Good night.
Do you see this? Oh God!
Laertes, I must commune with your grief.
Let this be so. His means of death is obscure funeral, that I must call it in question.
So you shall. But the offenses let the great axe fall. Let us. I loved your father, and we love ourselves. Let us. Was your father dear to you? Or are you like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
Why you ask this?
Not that I think you do not love your father, Latus, but Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to prove yourself your father's son indeed, more than in words?
To cut his throat in the church.
Even should have no bounds, Latus. But no place indeed should murder sanctuaries. Hamlet written shall know you are come home, and we'll put wager on your heads. Hamlet, being remiss and most generous and free from all contriving, will not check the swords, so that with ease, or little shuffling, we may choose you a sword that is unbuttoned.
I will do it. For this purpose, anoint my sword with venom, so mortal that when it draws blood, no cataplasm so rare can save him from the death. If a garland slightly, it may be death.
But if our drift look through our poor performance, soft, let me see. When in your motions you are hot and dry, and that he calls for a drink, I will have his cup poisoned. Whereon but sipping, if he by chance escape your venom stuck, our purpose may hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One woe to tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Your sister is drowned, Latus.
Drowned? Where?
There is a willow that grows aslant a brook, that shows its far leaves on the glassy stream. There, with fantastic garlands, did she come. Of crowflowers, daisies, needles, and long purples, the liberal shepherds give a grocer's name, but our cold maids, two dead men's fingers, call them. There on the pendant boughs, her coronet weeds, clambering to have an envious liver broke. When down, her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and murmured like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old tunes, as one incapable of her own distress, or a creature native and indue unto that element, but long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled that poor wretch from her melodious lake to muddy death.
Alas, she's drowned.
Drowned? Drowned?
Too much of water thou hast, poor Ophelia. Therefore I forbid my tears. Adieu, my lord. I have speech of fire that fain would blaze, but these foolish tears drowns them out.
A gentlewoman, she should have been of a Christian burial. Here lies the water.
Good.
Here stands the man.
Good.
If the man goes to this water and drowns himself, it is will he, nil he goes. But if the water comes to him and drowns him, he drowns not himself. I'll put another question to thee.
Yes, proceed.
What is he that builds stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, the carpenter?
Ha 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 ha. The gallows maker, for he outlives 1,000 tenants.
In youth when I did love, me thought was very sweet.
So sweet.
The time for my behug, there was nothing me.
Aha.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business? And he thinks at grave making, custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
Even so, a little hand of employment has the daintier sense. That spell had a tongue in it, and couldn't speak once. Why not it may be a pet of a politician or of a courtier? Look, there's another one. Why not it be a courtier? Lawyer? Then now his quiddities, his billets, his tenues, his tricks, his cases. Why should he suffer this rude knave now to scorn him about his dirty shovel? I'll speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, Sirrah?
Mine, sir.
Liesn't?
You lie out on it, sir, and therefore it's not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, and yet it is mine.
It's for the dead and not for the quick. Now lies isn't?
This is a quick lie, sir. It will gain from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman then?
For none neither.
Then who is to be buried in?
One there was a woman, but rest her soul, she is dead.
How absolute the knave is. We must speak by the God, or equivocation will undo us. How many years will a man buried in this surah?
In fact, if he had not been rotten before he died, he may last you some 8 to 9 years. A tanner will last you 9 years. Here's his skull now. This skull has lain on the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
A wholesome mad fellow it was. Who should you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
A pestilence on him for a mad rogue. He once poured a jar of wine on my head. This same skull, sir, is Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This?
Even that.
Alas, poor Yorick. I know him, Horatio, fellow of infinite jest and fancy, who has borne me in his back 1,000 times. How abhorred my imagination is. Here hung those lips that I have kissed 1,000 times. Where now not of? Where now his gambols? Your songs? Whites have fallen? Now? Now get this. To a lady's chamber and tell her to paint an end stick that she must come to this favor to make her law for that. A pretty Horatio. Tell me one thing. Alexander died, Alexander buried, and was returned to dust. Caesar died and turned into clay. Soft aside. Who comes here? Oh, soldiers. The courtiers. The priest. The Clatus, the noble youth, Mark.
What ceremonials?
Her death was doubtful and
But the great command overweighs the order. She shoot in the ground, unsanctified, have lodged till the last temple. For charitable prayers, shards, flints, and pebbles should be thrown on her. Yet here she is allowed her virgin crowns.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done.
Lay her in the earth. From her fair and unpolluted flesh, may the white spring. I tell you, the churchliest priest, ministering angel, shall my sister be when thou liest howling.
Sweets to the sweet, farewell. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed would have decked and not have strewed thy grave.
What? The fair Ophelia? What he whose grief bears such emphasis? This is I, Hamlet the Dane!
Take thy soul!
Thou prayest not well. Take off thy fingers from my thoughts. Though I am not splendid and rash, yet I have me something in dangerous, thou wiseness fear. Take off thy hands.
Pluck them asunder.
Why? I will fight upon this theme till my eyelids wide.
Oh my friend, what theme?
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum.
Largest, he's mad.
For love of God, forbear him.
Surround me, what thou will do? Would weep, would fight, drink up Ethan, eat a crocodile? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Who comes here?
Your lordship is right. Welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you well. Does now this water fly?
No, my good lord.
Thy state is more gracious. It's wise to know him. He has much land and fertile. Let the beast be lord of beasts.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I'll receive it, sir. Put your bonnet for right use. H for the head.
Thank you, lordship. It is very hot.
Now, believe me, it is very cold.
Cold? Exceedingly cold, my lord. Exceedingly cold. My lord, the majesty commanded him to know you that if your pleasure hold to play with lightest, or that you will take longer time.
I'll play.
The king and queen and all are coming down.
In happy time.
I'll go and receive them, my lord.
Please.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
No, do not I think so. Since he went into France, I've been in a continual practice. I'll win at all odds. But it doesn't matter how I'm ill. It doesn't matter.
Good, my lord.
It is but foolery. A gain giving has troubled a woman.
If your mind is like anything, obey it. I will forestall Jeripa hither and say you are not fit.
Not of it. We defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, it is not to come. If it be not now, it will be now. If it be now, yet it is to come. The readiness is all. Since no man has aught of what he lives, what he betimes, let it be.
Come, Hamlet, come. Take this hand from me.
Give me a pardon, gentlemen. I've done you wrong.
But pardon, as you are not gentlemen, this peasant knows. I here proclaim, it was madness that I have done. Hamlet denies it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? It is madness.
I'm satisfied in nature, but in terms of honor, I stand alone.
I embrace it freely. Come! The swords. Let the brothers' blazes shall flame.
Come on for me.
I'll be your foil like this. You shall win at hollows, like the star in the darkest night.
You mock me, sir?
No, by this hand.
As the kettle to the trumpet speak, and the trumpets to the cannoneer without. Cannons to heaven, and the heavens to earth. Now the king brings to Hamlet. Come, begin. Now, the judges were very high.
Come, my lord.
One!
No!
Judgment!
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well, again.
Stay! Give me drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine.
No, sir. I'll play this bout first. I'll drink after that. Come, lads. Come for the second.
Come, my lord.
Joe! What do you say?
A touch, a touch. I do confess.
Our son shall win.
Here, Hamlet, take my napkin and rub thy brow. The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you, pardon me.
Tis the poisoned cup. Tis too late.
Come, lads. Come for the third. Look what he done. I pray you. Make a vantage of me. My fear. Come.
If say so. Come on. Have it now.
Yeah, third.
Pardon! They are sent!
Look to the queen there. Oh.
They be on both sides. How is it, my lord?
How is it like this?
Why, as I would come to my spin jaw snake, treachery killed with my own treachery.
How does it win?
She swoops to see them bleed.
No, no, the queen. No. Hamlet, I'm poisoned. I'm poisoned.
Hamlet! It's here! It's here! Hamlet! The Lord's slain! No medicine in this world can save thee, Buddha! Indeed, there's not more than a blood of life! The treasure of Sintimada! In thy hand is unfeited and venom! The queen is poisoned! I can no more! The king! The king is to blame!
Drink and join my mother.
Hamlet! He's justly served. It's a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. My father's death will not come upon you.
No, thine on me.
Heaven make a free of it. I'll follow thee. Ratio. The potent poison overcourse my spread. The rest is silence.
Oh, that this dew, solid flesh would melt, thaw and resolve itself into a dew, or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. The time is out of John. Oh, cursed pipe, that I was ever made to set it right. Or not to be, that is the question. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. Not of it, read if I agree. There's a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. If it be now, it is not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now. If it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all. The rest is silence. The rest is silence.